prices that make you wince every time you pass a station, repair bills that feel like taking on a second mortgage. For millions of families, the dream of affordable transportation has turned into endless debt. But what if all of that is about to change? You also need to be very good at scale manufacturing in order to make it cost like, $10,000 or $20,000. That one sentence from Elon Musk isn't just a casual comment. It's a clear declaration of war against an auto industry that forgot who it's supposed to serve. The Tesla Model 2, cast in just 30 seconds, priced at $12,749, and capable of driving 300 miles on a single charge. While Ford and GM keep pushing prices higher, Elon Musk went in the opposite direction. It's especially not just a revolution in vehicle design, but a revolution in vehicle manufacturing. That statement sent fear through the industry, because if Tesla pulls this off, everything changes. Not just for EV buyers, but for every American tired of being priced out of owning a decent car. Over the next 20 minutes, we're going to expose how Tesla shattered every traditional manufacturing rule. You'll see real data, not hype. You'll uncover 3 major secrets: the giga casting breakthrough that makes $12,749 possible, the battery that can last up to 75 years, and the production revolution that's already making competitors fall behind. By the end, you'll understand exactly what Tesla changed, how they pulled it off, and why it directly impacts your wallet. And if you're tired of being told electric cars are only for the rich, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's break down the truth together. Let's start with the numbers. The Tesla has long been seen as the car that could completely reshape the global EV market, but instead of trusting the $25,000 headlines you've seen everywhere, we need to look at the real breakthrough. Elon Musk has done what the industry claimed was impossible: a $12,749 electric car. And that's without government subsidies. That's the actual retail price. So how did Tesla make this happen? Because Tesla didn't wait for outside help. While other automakers raised prices and blamed inflation, Tesla went the opposite way. The company introduced internal cost cuts so aggressive that the final price dropped below what anyone believed was achievable. By removing thousands of unnecessary parts, simplifying the supply chain, and scaling production to levels no one else could match, Tesla slashed manufacturing costs down to roughly $9,000 to $11,000 per vehicle. That means even at $12,749, Tesla can still keep a solid profit margin while delivering a car that outperforms gas sedans costing twice as much. To put this into perspective, consider a simple comparison. The Nissan Leaf sits around $28,000. The Chevy Bolt comes in near $27,000. A Toyota Corolla, running on gasoline, costs about $22,000. This means the Model 2 won't just compete with other electric cars, it will go head-to-head with the most popular gas sedans in America. Recent leaks support this strategy. Giga Mexico has already broken ground using Tesla's new unboxed assembly process that dramatically cuts costs. Giga Texas is preparing parallel production lines to reduce delays, and prototypes under the codename Project Redwood have already been spotted during testing. Yes, Tesla has a history of delays. The Cybertruck took years longer than expected, but this time, splitting production across multiple factories makes the 2026 launch date far more realistic. Still, price and timing are only part of the story. To truly understand how Tesla reached this point, we need to look under the hood at the 3 major technological revolutions that make the Model 2 possible. So how can Tesla hit this price point? The answer lies in 3 technological breakthroughs that no other automaker has ever combined at this scale. The first is the 50,000-ton gigapress. Instead of welding together thousands of small parts, this massive machine can cast the entire vehicle frame as a single piece in just 30 seconds. This alone cuts production costs by 30 to 40% while making the chassis stronger and safer. Rather than building brand new factories, Tesla repurposed Model Y production lines, assembling the Model 2 on the same platform and sharing more than 80% of its components. This decision saves Tesla millions every quarter, roughly $3,000 to $4,000 per car, without sacrificing safety or performance. Tesla also simplified 26 non-essential design elements while keeping the same driving feel. The front LED light bar, once a signature luxury feature of the Model Y, was replaced with a simpler and more durable headlight system that costs less and lasts longer. The panoramic glass roof was swapped for a solid steel panel that's stronger, safer, and cheaper to assemble. Even the automatic doors were replaced with a mechanical design, meaning fewer failures, easier repairs, and lower long-term maintenance costs. These aren't downgrades. They're smart optimizations, removing what doesn't matter and keeping what actually does. By replacing thousands of welded parts with just 3 massive cast sections, Tesla reduced weld points by 90% and cut assembly time from 35 seconds down to 15. When scaled across millions of vehicles, those saved seconds translate into billions of dollars every year. Most importantly, Tesla cut luxury, not quality. The Model 2 still includes the full autopilot hardware platform, ready for future full self-driving upgrades. Buyers aren't getting a cheap Tesla, They're getting a smarter, simpler, and more reliable one. The second breakthrough is the 48-volt electrical architecture, a major leap from the outdated 12-volt systems still used by most cars today. This change reduces wiring by up to 60%, lowers vehicle weight by dozens of pounds, and improves overall energy efficiency. The result is lower maintenance costs and better reliability throughout the car's life. The third breakthrough is Tesla's advanced LFP battery technology. Tesla has refined this chemistry to balance safety, lifespan, and affordability, with a cycle life of up to 9,000 cycles, nearly 1.5 times longer than conventional batteries. The Model 2 can drive hundreds of thousands of miles while maintaining stable performance. So what does 9,000 cycles actually mean in real life? If you charge your Model 2 once every 3 days, that's about 120 charges per year. At 9,000 cycles, the battery could last up to 75 years before dropping to 80% capacity. Even if you charge daily, you're still looking at around 24 years of use. That's not just a battery, it's a lifetime power system. And because LFP cells are cheaper and more stable than other options, Tesla can pass those savings directly to buyers. These batteries are more durable, safer, and built in the United States, reducing reliance on imports. Tesla has completed over 1.2 million simulated charge cycles, along with thousands of real-world tests. Early prototypes deliver more than 300 miles of range with less than 5% capacity loss after 100,000 miles. The motors themselves can last up to 300,000 kilometers, or over 186,000 miles. Combined with Tesla's latest full self-driving system, this makes the Model 2 one of the smartest electric cars in the affordable segment. But what truly separates the Model 2 from everything else is the unboxed process at Giga, Mexico. Unlike traditional assembly lines, this method builds large vehicle modules in parallel and then snaps them together. This cuts assembly costs by nearly 50% and shrinks factory space by about 40%. Analysts believe this breakthrough is the only realistic way Tesla can reach its bold goal of producing 20 million vehicles per year. What most people don't realize is how this shifts Tesla's identity. This isn't about making a cheaper car. It's about proving that efficiency itself is innovation. Every bolt, weld, and process now serves a clear purpose. Build smarter, not bigger. That's the real philosophy behind the Model 2. Affordability through intelligence. Value created not by cutting corners, but by thinking smarter at every step. But technology on paper is one thing. What would it actually feel like to live with the Model 2 every day? Based on leaked blueprints and prototype data, here's what ownership could really look like. The Model 2 is roughly 15% smaller than the Model 3. With a sleek hatchback design that feels nimble in city driving and easy to park in tight spaces. One of the biggest debates has been about the doors, 2-door, 4-door, or butterfly doors. From a practical and market standpoint, the answer is obvious. To sell millions of units, the Model 2 needs 4 doors. Buyers over 45 don't want flashy designs. They want something dependable, family-friendly, and easy to fix. Butterfly doors might look futuristic, but they're expensive to repair and impractical in most garages. Tesla's goal here is accessibility, not novelty. That simplified 3-piece chassis we talked about earlier saves nearly 200 pounds of weight, boosting efficiency by around 30 extra miles per charge. That's a real-world benefit you'll notice every time you skip a charging stop. Instead of stopping every 270 miles, you're now going 300. That can be the difference between making it home or having to stop halfway. Simulated testing shows a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of around 6 seconds, which is more than quick enough compared to gas sedans. The trade-off is range. To hit the $12,749 price, Tesla is using LFP battery packs that deliver between 250 and 300 miles per charge. That's plenty for daily driving, but it may worry first-time EV buyers. This is Tesla's smart compromise, choosing affordability over excessive range. But let's put that into context. The stretching for what feels like a lifetime. Gas prices that make you wince every time you pass a station. Repair bills that feel like taking on a second mortgage. For millions of families, the dream of affordable transportation has turned into endless debt. But what if all of that is about to change? You also need to be very good at scale manufacturing in order to make it cost like, $10,000 or $20,000. That one sentence from Elon Musk isn't just a casual comment. It's a clear declaration of war against an auto industry that forgot who it's supposed to serve. The Tesla Model 2, cast in just 30 seconds, priced at $12,749, and capable of driving 300 miles on a single charge. While Ford and GM keep pushing prices higher, Elon Musk went in the opposite direction. It's especially not just a revolution in vehicle design, but a revolution in vehicle manufacturing. That statement sent fear through the industry, because if Tesla pulls this off, everything changes. Not just for EV buyers, but for every American tired of being priced out of owning a decent car. Over the next 20 minutes, we're going to expose how Tesla shattered every traditional manufacturing rule. You'll see real data, not hype. You'll uncover 3 major secrets: the giga casting breakthrough that makes $12,749 possible, the battery that can last up to 75 years, and the production revolution that's already making competitors fall behind. By the end, you'll understand exactly what Tesla changed, how they pulled it off, and why it directly impacts your wallet. And if you're tired of being told electric cars are only for the rich, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's break down the truth together. Let's start with the numbers.